Hello, this is Casual Gunner here. Gonna take apart and clean this Winchester wildcat here. Probably have, just on this cleaning alone, which you'll see in great detail, just about probably 500 rounds or more. I would say more. Ran through this and haven't had any hiccups. And this is just on this cleaning. This gun itself has had thousands of rounds. I take my kids out once a week, cycle them, and all that good stuff, getting them real familiar, teaching them that good gun safety. This is my younger children's setup. As you can see, it's already missing its little sling point there, but hey, what can you do? Polymer, cheap plastic. I think I paid $400, $500 for this little setup. And what's unique about it and what sold me was it takes the 10-22 mags. So, and like I said, I've had this for a few years now, and the kids have really taken a liking to it. It is a breeze to clean. I am just lazy when it comes to that, and I haven't had a chance really to do a deep dive and really clean her in about 5 cycles of us going out and loving on her. And like I said, no hiccups whatsoever. Runs like a champ. Got this little cheap red dot on it. Cycle through it. Does great. I had the optic or the Bushnell, whatever it was, 22 rated optic on her, and she was running like a top, but the kids just couldn't quite get the picture quick enough and they were getting a little bit frustrated, so I just opted to switch it back to the red dot per their request. And yeah, it just made sense for them to have a more enjoyable time for sure. So let's go ahead and dive into it and take her apart. As you can see, she is quite a dirty girl. Let's see here. Yeah, you're not gonna get a good idea of it until now, but I mean, functions. Mag's clear, of course. All you gun schmoes out there. But yeah, I mean, you can hear it crusty. You can hear a little bit of crustiness, but I mean, overall, she's dialed. She'd run another 500, I guarantee it, with no issues. But like, love a feature about this one is you just believe it's been a little while. Oh yeah, you push this tab in here and the whole action comes right out. Fingers are a little on the fat side, so it doesn't quite come apart. But I will tell you, there is some carbon buildup in this. I don't know if you can get a new barrel for them or what. Do a little research. I'm sure you can buy it. Money can buy anything. Just got to throw the right number at it. But geez, I'll tell you, hundreds of rounds. Hundreds of rounds. I mean, look at that. Still crusty, a little crusty, but it gets her done. All the mag well inside there, just looking absolutely yummy. But anyway, let's get to this video and let's get her taken care of. Okay, of course, got the gloves, got the CPL, which is a must. I do have the 22 with the 30 cal from the last video set up on it, which I need to swap. But I bent my 22 tip here. Let's see. Yeah, she's got a good bend on her. I don't know if you can tell. So I will most likely be running my 17 HMR tip, which no big deal, with my 17 HMR rod as well. So we'll get that taken care of here in just a tad. Or actually we'll run the 20. The 20 will do just fine. Golly, that one's stuck in there, buddy. Take your handy dandy pin. I think that's how I bent the 22, as I was trying to get it out. And let's see, I got the rod over here on the floor. Fell over, scared the crap out of me. Let's pop this seal. Put this over here. thanks to my brother-in-law for letting me borrow this 17 HMR cleaning rod. Let's see if it'll fit the 20 on it. I think it will. Would you look at that? Boy, I tell you what, damn near brand new rod. Thanks again, brother. I do appreciate it. She's gotten some love with the 17. This is one of the few times I've actually used it. So we got that dialed in to run through the barrel. But first and foremost, let's get some more patches out. I am gonna go need to grab some more. They are out. That's why you keep these on standby. I tell you what, brother. All right, well, let's use these for the time being because they're what I have at my disposal. I need to get these back in this Armorer's kit by Real Avid. Shout out to those guys for making some good equipment, good tools. So let's just soak a rag here and do a superficial. So I'll drop you on down so you can kind of see where I'm working here. And like I said, just a superficial, nothing fancy, nothing like, oh, I'm getting in the nitty gritty, just getting her all oiled up and loved, getting her degunked. I mean, gee williker, that is some gunk and a half right there. A lot of fun has been had. A lot of smiles on my boys and my daughter. They love this gun right here. And like I said, you know, going out there, getting familiar with the weapons, teaching them the safety aspects of it. That's what it's all about. Start them young. Teach them young, my friends. Teach them all about the safety, the consequences, everything that's involved. Usually they're right here cleaning it with me. Well, at least they've cleaned it once or twice. Usually this falls on Dad's shoulders to get it, but I tell you what, it's been quite a moment. And I'll just go ahead and throw a little superficial squirt on all the mechanisms in there. Really let that oil penetrate. Really give it a chance to just get it all over. We're not worried. We're not scared of a little grease. I will say though, when you do go to fire it, God, look at that grease right there. That is just lovely. When you do go to fire it on this particular setup, I don't like it to be too overly oiled. And it's just for the fact, and of course they wear safety glasses and all that fun stuff. But when they go to fire this thing, this back end right here really likes to spit out the oil, the gun lube or whatever the heck you want to call it. I mean, it just spits it and it'll, get you right in the stinking eye. So it doesn't make for the most pleasurable experiences. I've even had one not even want to fire it anymore because me being me and thinking, just a little bit of oil, you know, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. And then in the long run, sure enough, just got all over the place, all up in his eye. Of course, like I said, he was wearing the glasses, thank goodness. That go around, and yeah, just wasn't a pleasant experience. Didn't like it. So keep that in mind when you are working with these. Bolt actions, you don't really have it too much. And the AR-15, rarely had it spit back in my eye. And I keep her oiled and ready. Like I said, just really doesn't matter much on the AR-15, at least for my usage and what I use. But anyway, something to keep in mind when you are working with these setups is you really want to make sure that you kind of get all the excess oil. Keep them lubed, keep them ready. But as far as the kiddos go, they don't really enjoy that lube in the eyes. Enough said. So really want to get in there deep in the crevices here and that little fold up action there. Everything still looks very solid. Of course, got a lot of use. We are tilted to the side. That's going to happen. You just really want to make sure when you go to formulate it and put it back together, you don't have any of those kind of issues. So I think it just discharged on me, but that's all right. So we're gonna go ahead and just get her all nice and cleaned here. Kind of stick it down in there, get all that stuff. Oh boy, I tell you what, that's some greasy butt cheeks. I'm just kidding. But yeah, you get all up in there, get in the mag well, just get everywhere you can possible. You know, this is a great little firearm, and I'll tell you, you take care of your firearm, it'll take care of you. You know, you have plenty of memories, plenty of fun with the kids. It takes just a fraction of the time just to really, you know, take care of her. Let her, and I'm the worst one. I'm preaching to the choir here, I would imagine, because I haven't cleaned this setup in some time. So that's why I'm gonna really kind of get into the nitty gritty of it. Really just make sure I get every crevice oiled and penetrated before the wipe down. Take this microfiber cloth and really just pay attention to the detail and get her dialed in on that end. Spring looks healthy, mechanism looks good and solid, you know, still shining up, very nice. Winchester, of course, you know, they make sure that their brand is somewhere where it ain't gonna get jacked up, which is fine. You know, like I said, it gets a lot of use, this little 22 right here. Good little plinkster. And I'll take this moment to say thank you for watching, and if you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is to like and subscribe. I want to produce more content and get more on this platform and check it all out, but more importantly, having fun. You know what I mean? This is getting done anyway. I want to have fun doing it, and I'd like to bring you all along for the journey. So that's where we're at with that. Have some more shooting videos coming up. Taking some buddies out, some of their sons to the local range here, getting a lot of use out of that range out near the house. So it's always a good time. It's always good to start them young. Yeah, you can still hear it. Still quite a bit of grit. Oh, no. Not as bad. Ooh, yeah, right there in that, towards that end, it is pretty chunky. I'm gonna have to go grab another bag of those, whatchamacallers, patches. Or maybe I can get away with doing some of this, getting some of this on there. Tell you clean a few guns with these gun tips here, and it'll be just fine. Just fine. Really want to get inside these crevices right here. That's where you're going to have a lot of the friction. It's where the little bolt receiver, or whatever the technical name is, that's where it's going to hit when it does its recoil. And right here in the back where this red plastic stop is, you can see that it is kind of gunked up, and I got a lot of that CPL in there. So once we get it all juiced up and kind of agitated, go ahead and run this microfiber. I think this one might have seen its last day here out at the house, because I don't like to keep them around, and I sure as heck don't run them through my washing machine. That don't happen here. I'm sure some of you do, but not me. So yeah, getting in there, getting underneath the bolt right here, all that good stuff. Getting her all dialed in and ready to go. And you know, I would sit there and say even go as far as let it ride up a little bit, see how it got it released there, and give these slides just a good little good little clean. And you don't have to disassemble the sucker. I honestly don't know even how you would. But inside that track, and right underneath here on this little lip right here where this bolt stops, make sure you get in there and get it all lubed up. Get all underneath that little bolt there where it goes back and forth. Make sure you just take the time and get in there, get in, you know, give it a little squirt or two. Get that CPL really working for you here. And it doesn't hurt just to give her a good little superficial all over, especially as much as this gun gets used. Like I said, I've never fully taken her apart, but this is where, you know, like I said, attention to detail is everything. Getting her pulled open up her skirt. You know, it's the little things in life, fellas. I'm telling you right now, it's the little things in life. And I'll tell you right now, you can hear it a little bit. You can hear a little bit of a better get down. But I tell you, that speaks volumes right there. Getting her all squared away. You could use this plastic tip here to break off any real thick carbon, which is right there on the face of that bolt, right there where that little lip is. I'm sure maybe an extractor or something along that lines, where it throws the bullet out. That seems to have been where a lot of the carbon really likes to live. So you take your time, really break it apart. See, it's all nice and black now because I've been breaking apart that carbon. Then you get this in there, give it a nice little kiss. Oh yeah. All right. Get this crap everywhere. So yeah, a little bit of love here and there, and your stuff will last you a lot longer. Like I said, please support, like, and subscribe. Want to build this channel up, doing what I love. Hopefully get some hunting content here before long, as I am a newbie looking to get into hunting. Hopefully everything works out, or I can go tomorrow actually and go check out some hunter safety course at my old age. California seems it necessary for me to get into it, so whatever California wants, I'll spare you my political-ish. But that was a pretty oily pair of gloves. So I'll go ahead, throw on a new set. Hell, my hands are a little sweaty. All right, nice fresh new pair of gloves. Find a good part of this towel. Doesn't seem too loved on, and wipe her on down. Get ready to throw some patches down. So I will have to go into the garage, AKA the gun room, and I will be back in just a bit to run some patches down that barrel. All right, time for the barrel, part 2.